Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 22nd day of January 2023, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can look at those spot prices where they ended the week. Now, first thing I want to do before we go do that is give a huge shout out and a big thank you to all of our channel members. This would be a lot more difficult and challenging without your support. I do appreciate y'all. And turns out it's less than 7 cents a day. I believe. Isn't that amazing? Now over here to JM Bullion. Gold ended the week at 1933.90. Silver at 24.17. Platinum at 10.60.68. And palladium at 17.77.66. That's almost the spirit. But look at that. The palladium gold price is just incredible. What a difference, yeah? Now, speaking of price, you're looking here at the premiums at 40.69 compared to 24.17. We're about $16.50 right there for that. And it's a lot better than paying 20, yeah? Now, are you back in on the American Silver Eagles? Or is the premium still way too high to get in on these? And if it is too high to get in on a bunch of these, have you at least picked one up for 2023, right? The bullion version of Mint State. Now, over here to the United States Mint's bullion sales. And it is updated every weekday by 5 p.m. And we didn't do a video on Saturday. We did do one on Friday morning. So let's see if there's any new. So if there is any new updated information, these highlights will disappear. So no new tail to tail as far as the Mint's bullion sales are concerned. Not at all. Now let's bump over here to Numismatic News. This is a great article. It's by Patrick A. Heller, dated January 19, 2023. How to Profit in Numismatics. And this is absolutely brilliant, folks. And it's a lot wider in breadth than you would suspect. It isn't just buying and selling coins. Check this out. It's remarkable. Pretty brilliant, actually. And it's given me a little bit of encouragement and a little bit of, hope that I can do this. And I'll tell you where. Now, it says here, there's more than one way to seek financial gains on purchasing and selling numismatic items. One of the associates at my company, with whom I have worked for more than 4 decades, has successfully pursued one strategy multiple times. All right. Now, it doesn't sound like they made him rich, okay, and they could retire. All right. But it says this strategy evolved from his long-term interest in doing in-depth numismatic research. And who doesn't like doing some research, yeah? Now, his personal numismatic reference library is almost as extensive as that of the company where we work. That's incredible. The sequence of steps that has earned him repeated numismatic profits include, here we go, and there's 1 through, I think, 10 or 8, there we go. So the first one being, identify a numismatic niche that appears to be relatively under-researched that he would significantly or be intrigued to study, okay, something that grabs his attention. Because let's face it, if you're studying something that doesn't really have your attention, you're not going to really do that deep of a dive in it. And you're not really, maybe not wrap your head around it or get into the depths of it as you probably could. Now, what do you think is a numismatic niche that appears to be relatively underserved or even under-researched? I personally believe the 1926 and the 1976 coins are a underserved and a relatively under-researched coin. Well, maybe not under-researched, but definitely you get the point. Now, number 2, because I got a lot to do, I got to skip this. Now, acquiring existing research in books, publications, or online to give himself background information on prices and the relative supply of items compared to the number of existing collectors. There you go. So you're getting a snapshot of what's going on and what's available for research in the community, right? Because let's face it, existing collectors are a great resource for numismatic information. It says here, number 3, begin purchasing pieces in this niche and establishing personal relationships with other collectors and dealers who specialize in this category. So you'll be known in that group, in that circle, who dig that particular coin, right? It says here, compile information about this numismatic niche. Do I keep saying that differently every time? Probably. That may not be available at all or only to a few people. Then write research articles for this publication. Wow. Imagine if you did that, you'd probably be the premier authority, or at least one of the authorities in that particular niche, right? Now, number 5, after his articles appear, there's a tendency for collectors and dealers to contact him to offer to sell pieces to him or to ask for more information on this niche, right? Wow, yeah. So it just feeds on itself, right? Now, as this happens, he has uncovered a handful of numismatic discoveries, making it possible for him to publish even more articles. What? Yeah, like I said, it feeds on itself. Now, as a result of his published research, there tends to be an increase in the number of collectors of this numismatic niche, increasing demand for such items, often leading to higher prices. And, well, not only that, but people reaching out to him as the authority in that niche, right? Now, when he feels that he has completed the goals of collecting this numismatic niche, he then sells the collection. Brilliant. Now, he then goes back, step 1, to seek out another interesting numismatic niche that seems to be insufficiently researched. There you go, folks. That's huge. That's huge. Says here, at any time, he may have as many as 4 different numismatic niche collections in his process, ongoing concurrently. He does not set a time frame for how long he's going to pursue this. Typically, his study and collection formation takes at least 5 years. There are other collections that he has assembled for more than a decade. So it's an ongoing process, yeah? One factor that he considers as to when he sells is the prices at which prices are selling. The price at which pieces are selling, my bad. He sometimes has ended a collection simply because he could make a nice profit by liquidating. Absolutely, right? If the market's right and it's all good, well, why not, right? Obviously, making profits with this strategy involves time devoted to research and establishing relationship with others. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? We knew that from the very beginning of the article. Now, the founder of the company where I worked told me decades ago that he would ask customers selling their coins to him whether or not they were making a profit. He observed that those who became coin collectors and seriously pursued the hobby for at least 5 years sold at a profit for more than 90% of the time. In contrast, those who purchased rare coins and currency solely for the objective of making a profit with no interest in becoming a numismatist, well, ended up losing money at least 90% of the time. There you go. That is an interesting tidbit of information. Now let's keep on keeping on. This is from Coin Week, and I got about 6 minutes left. So here we go. This is by the Numismatic Guarantee Company, January 10th. I did talk about part 1 of this article, 12th Annual NGC Year in Review. All right, bam, there it is, by Jim. Numismatic Market Review by Jim Bisognani. I can't even say that. So I've highlighted the important things here, right? So it says here, our price guide, valuations, wholesale and retail, still a valuable resource for collectors and dealers. Well, this gentleman, Brian Hodge, says, well, not nearly as much as they used to be. Now, APRs, that's right, not has nothing to do with interest rates. Auction prices realized are far more a solid indicator, okay? So let's keep on keeping on. And this guy, Bob Green, as a Red Book price editor and dealer who relies on data, all right, it's important to pay attention to all price guides as they have a huge impact on the hobbyist. As always, APRs, remember that, for similar coins are the most relevant, in my opinion. Absolutely. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of this article at the bottom. It is about NGCX and the people's opinions about it. It says here the NGCX 10-point grading scale from modern 1982 to current date issues is meant to place the numismatic grading platform on equal footing with other popular mainstream fairs such as sports and collector cards, comics, video games, etc. What's your opinion on this revolutionary enterprise? All right, and everybody gives their opinion, and I'm going to read some of the opinions here and tell me what you think. Now, James says, I feel that NGC is stretching its entrepreneurial wings by taking such a bold move, right? Congratulations to them for sticking to their collective necks out. Perhaps it will draw some of the sports card and comic book collectors into numismatics. Who knows, although I personally feel that many alphabet generation collectors look at coin collecting as their father's Oldsmobile. Think about what they just said right there. It's going to draw new people into numismatics. Isn't that a good thing to grow the hobby? Yeah. Now, Brian Hodge says it's brilliant. I don't expect it to kick the Sheldon 70-point scale off a cliff, but the market has needed an edge for a long time to get new collectors into the marketplace with a short learning curve. There you go, Brian Hodge. Bam! Nailed it. Now check this one. This is Liana Spurrier. It has been an eventful year for the grading industry. Okay, here we go. This sounds like word salad. I dare say the NGCX announcement was one of the more surprising curveballs this year, and how it impacts the market will be interesting to say the least. Interesting. Yeah, when people say interesting, you know what that means. As a way to help introduce newcomers who are used to other collectibles, it makes sense, right? New collectors, collectibles from other markets, right? It makes sense. We are the odd man out with grading scales, and this puts us on an even playing field. However, if the ultimate goal is to replace the 70-point scale, right? We didn't know about that. Is that really what they're saying? But she doesn't see that happening. So is NGC going to replace that? Have they said that that's what their objective is? I don't know. It says here, I also don't expect many existing collectors will embrace the new scale, meaning NGCX coins that enter the general market are likely to be resubmitted and reslabbed, right? That's what I think she's saying, reslabbed out of the NGCX holders, since most NGCX coins are, last I heard, likely to be sold by mass marketers. This could end up putting their customers in an even worse position when wanting to sell. We already have people who have been taken advantage of by telemarketers. So is NGCX, is they taking advantage of people like telemarketers are? Or is it the telemarketers going to take advantage of people because they have the NGCX coins? And if those same coins now have to be regraded for being sold, well, it's only going to be worse for the original purchaser. So they think they're going to be, well, obviously reslabbed. Interesting, people's take, right? Only time will tell how the market responds. I don't expect it will be beneficial to the hobby in the long term, but I'd love to be wrong. Does she? I don't know. Ian Russell says there are a very limited number of coin dealers and marketing companies who can submit to coins to NGCX for now, right? That's the deal, Ian. Now, so I don't think it could really take off until every collector can submit if they want to, right? So I like that every collector would be able to submit, but it is just getting off the ground, right? And they just are starting. So I don't know that opening up to everybody makes much sense. Just like when CAC, well, they're going to start grading coins this year, right? And did they open it up to everybody? But is it going to take off? I don't know. But if you use that same logic, right? So imagine if only 10 companies could submit their sports cards for grading, the market would not be what it is today if that was the policy. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, and this is temporary, isn't it? So, yeah, there you go. Ira Goldberg says, I haven't formed an opinion yet. And that's, I guess he's given some thoughtful consideration there. Jeff Garrett says, it will be an experiment in marketing. The true test will be the results after the large marketing companies have a chance to analyze sales. The market for this could be huge and worth the gamble, in my opinion. Kevin Lipton says, great marketing idea. Vikin Yegparian says, we at Stacks Bowers are for any innovation that democratizes collecting and makes it fun at the same time. But we are also sensitive to the value proposition of different classes of coins. It is most important that pricing and grading is fair and consistent. Absolutely. So what they're saying is an NGCX 10 should be the same price as a PF Proof 70 or an MS 70, right? Bradley Goldsmith says, I really like the 10-point scale, as do I, folks. I've had lots of positive feedback from retailers and collectors alike. I think the scale will be able to bring a new group of buyers like Gen Ys and Gen Z into the hobby. Bob Green says, I'll wait and see. For now, it does not impact our business model. Okay, John Brush says, I've never spoken to a collector that has a problem understanding the 7-point grade. So what? I've never spoken to a collector that has problem understanding the 7. Well, new collectors do, right? I believe that the new program could cause blowback from uneducated collectors that are purchasing coins that don't have a track record of selling. I also look at the programs that as an interesting way to gain new collectors, which I'm always in support of, but I don't see that the reason to change something that isn't broken for an opportunity offered to a select few dealers. Yeah, it's probably, well, anyway, that's that one. And it's always great to compare notes on the thoughts of my treasured friends experts. There you go. What do you think, folks? NGCX and VaultBox? Well, check this out. Bam, right? It's supposed to be on sale. Here we go. Let's go. I got a jam. What is VaultBox? I'll leave a link in the description. Sports card fun with precious metal values. You get 3 coins in there, a common, uncommon, and hopefully a rare. Well, check this out. It says here, current series, VaultBox 1 series. It says feature coins, every coin. Look for red core hits. There's a red core hit there. Manufacturer suggested retail price $5.95, 2 per customer. Release date January 25th, 2023 at 9 a.m. Well, guess what? Oh, yeah. This company here, PWCC, already had them. And I believe they were on sale Thursday or Friday. I think they had like 25 or 30 of them, somewhere in that range. And it says they're available exclusively on PWCC Marketplace through January 25th. Well, folks, they are already gone. And I'll leave a link in the description for this one as well. So if you hit buy now, I'm going to hit right click here, bam. And I'll go to that page. And it's loading. It's verifying my humanness. I'm human. I promise. At least I thought I was when I woke up this morning. Yep, VaultBox there. Your search returns 0 bupkis results. Yeah. Good luck getting that one on the day that it drops because, well, will there even be? I mean, wow. I think this is going to be hot, folks. I think it's going to be super hot. And if you want to find out something about this, well, there's an unboxing video from PWCC. They've already opened one of them, and there was a gold coin in there. I thought that I'd like to share that with you. Yeah, incredible, isn't it? Let's go to those plus ones. Now, here we go. Why couldn't the pony sing? Well, because he's a little hoarse. Little horse. Now, here we go. Blessed is he who considers the poor, right? The Lord will deliver him in the time of trouble. The Lord will preserve him and keep him alive, and he will be blessed on the earth. You will not deliver him to the will of his enemies. The Lord will strengthen him on his bed of illness. You will sustain him on his sick bed. That's beautiful. That's Psalms 41, 1 through 3. And now here we go to 39's Fine, 99.9 KO Coin News Network. And this is The Cult. And the song is Love Removal Machine. I don't know what the rest of that is there. But listen, I wanted to share this with you. What do you think? Doesn't this sound like AC/DC? Now, there you go, folks. I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget that like button. If you do like what you're hearing, say please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker out.